Hello. Yesterday's Sunday services, both of them, complete equipment failure, no live stream, and so we didn't record our first Advent Sunday, and so I'm going to redo that now for you. And many blessings to you as we enjoy this Advent season. It is our first Sunday of Advent. And as we know, Advent is the season that leads us to December 25th, where we actualize a greater knowing of our Christ consciousness, our Christ light. And for Advent wreath, we always start by lighting that Christ light that burns brightly within us. And Unity sees these rituals as something that's already demonstrating within us. But that light is bright within us, and may we continue to let that light shine through us. And today, we're lighting the candle for hope and faith. Our first Advent Sunday, we allow these lights to guide us as we explore this topic and let it instill its place on the altar of our heart. Advent is so important in our journey, and I love this season and all that goes with it. We allow ourselves to join together in this powerful journey to awaken our Christ light. So today's talk is Faith and Hope, our GPS to spirit. Now, GPS is that God positioning system that awakens us to spirit. And faith and hope together do bring us right into awareness of God. So, today we're going to start with our Unity booklet for Advent. It's so beautiful, A Christmas of Light and Peace. We have copies right here for you along with the calendar, so come pick them up. The first quote I wanted to use is from a dear woman. I've known Reverend Elizabeth Longo for many years. She used to serve a church in Florida, and now she's a minister at large. And here she says, "My unshakable faith lights my way and creates a path even when I'm not able to see it. I look towards the horizon with hope, for I know that with faith all things are possible." Now, those are some pretty powerful two sentences. For one thing, what we have is it's a path. And when we're on a path, we get to choose whether we're going to go slowly or quickly down the path, or we're going to retreat and not go down that path at all. This is where we use hope and faith. And when we have just adopted a strong faith in what is to be. Faith is our pioneering quality of our mind. It's that aspect of us being able to perceive what's already in invisible space coming into fruition. Where hope is that important part of this duo where we can actually see something ahead. We can formulate a destination, or we can actualize a want or a desire. Hope's always something in the future, where faith is being and knowing in the present. But we need to know where we're going on the path in order to have unshakable faith to guide there. Yes? So this is the unshakable faith that lights the way of our path, even when we can't see it. And our hope is that yearning, the wanting of being for the health, the wholeness, the recovery, the safety, the security, the peace, the new grandchild, whatever we hope for. So let's continue with this. What's true in our sacred literature, certainly the Bible, faith is throughout the Bible. It's a faith journey. And from Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Isn't this right in line with our spiritual teaching about hope and faith? Faith is an innate part of our 12 faculties. It's what is within us and part of us. And where we direct our faith is what we receive. But just like our 12 powers, we can place our faith in anything. We can place our faith in fear, or doubt, or lack. And if we place our faith in fear, what do we get? More fear. Certainly something to be afraid of. And when we place our faith in wholeness, in love, in peace, what do we get? More peace, more love, more wholeness. So we can base it on one of God's very precepts, that what we place our faith in is a conviction of what will be seen. It's our able to see into what will be. It's our co-creative ability with God. Now, I have an unshakable faith in this community. I believe wholeheartedly we have all the money we need, all the people we need to be a brilliant presence right here in New Braunfels, bringing forth education and fellowship and compassion. Next week, we're going to be serving Family Promise. And this is a wonderful way for us to put our energy, our faith, our life into seeing a great life in hope for the families that we're serving, wanting them stable with good jobs and a home for themselves. And it's our unshakable faith that assists in that manifestation. It's quite beautiful. Now, we might ask, I'm in this human journey and I have thoughts of fear and doubt and love and joy. I have all kinds of thoughts. Well, let's turn to another page in our Advent booklet. This is the wisdom of Reverend Kurt Condra. Reverend Kurt was my mentor in the ministerial program. He's the senior minister at Unity of the North Shore in the Chicago area. And he says here, if we have faith that truth speaks only love, goodness, and wholeness, then discerning between the Word of God and extraneous noise becomes quite simpler. I love this because we are human. We have all kinds of thoughts. But what we need to do is to be able to discern Where am I placing my faith? Right now, am I placing my faith in fear or doubt? Or am I placing my faith in love and peace and wholeness? Where we place our faith is where we're going on the path. And that's our GPS to spirit. That's that God positioning system. The possibilities for us are always available. And if we have unshakable faith, all things are possible. There's no doubt or lack. Because we know that God is unchanging. So being able to discern between our thoughts of love, peace, wholeness, serenity, grace, compassion, holding to those thoughts with our faith is our godliness, is one with that bright Christ light within us. Where if we're placing our faith in fear and doubt and lack and shame, it's not. And so we can discern between the thought and realize our way in the path. Now, the path is clear as we attune into our Christ light. We tune into our understanding of God. And with that, we get guidance and strength and energy to proceed on our path. Now, for some of us, taking that first step is a real challenge. Because what if we make the wrong step? For others of us, we take that first step and then we just don't have the energy or the commitment to follow through. We start it, but we don't quite keep going. Having unshakable faith is standing in the truth, prayerfully opening ourselves to that light, that love, that goodness, that wholeness, that peace, whatever is leading us forward, and taking a step in faith for that which we hope for. So hope and faith are a God positioning system to spirit. Thank you. And I do have some personal exploration for you. This is up on the website, so you can go there and you can tune in or write your own questions. These questions are, what does the word hope mean to you? What does the word faith mean to you? In Unity, we teach that each of us is a true student and must come to our own understanding. So explore what your understanding right now is. And the last question is, how do hope and faith show up in your experience when faced with a challenge? So take some time and journal this week and let this light of Advent be our guide, because we're growing and becoming increasingly aware of our Christ light. Thank you, and namaste.
Put a little love in your heart.